Or the cloud. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, February 23rd of 21. My name is Zach Tolbert with my guest or co-host, Brian Glazitsky, main man. But this is habit, skills, and attitude. And today's topic is going to be pivoting. Pivoting, you most are probably thinking about, most likely thinking of Scottie Pippen at the top of the key, pivoting, trying to find Michael Jordan. Same kind of deal. The whole purpose is to turn or rotate to create another opportunity. And just thumbing through my emails, all 3 million emails I've had from Van over the last 5 years. You can never say we don't have enough information, because we do, but just found a cool piece that he sent out to everybody years ago on pivoting. And I thought it was very relevant for all of us, especially the newer you are, realizing every situation you should be able to pivot, meaning don't give up on the first no. Hey, I'm not interested in, cancer. I've already got a cancer policy. I've already gone through cancer, 3 years ago, and understanding the situation and simply pivot to a new opportunity. So guys, I pulled this up, and it's called Rex Metrics Pivoting from Cancer Demo to Cardiac Care. And guys, we can go from cardiac care straight into injured care or intensive care. It doesn't matter. But guys, the nuts and the bolts of this are about halfway down this page. Is just letting folks know that when they give you I've already got a cancer policy and I'm good, or hey, I had cancer 4 years ago, understand where you are. You're still going to congratulate them on surviving. So as you can see, about halfway down the page, our company is very compassionate towards people who have already had cancer. I'm going to review some facts that you're probably familiar with because your personal battle with cancer. And then guys, just do the first 2 pages of the cancer demo. Okay. Re-engage them or rebuild the need for a cancer policy, because they very well could put you on to somebody else. But stay with them. Hey, here's the good news. And that's why I'm excited. I meet people like you. 6 out of 10 survive. Congratulations. Shake their hands, or nowadays fist bump. Congrats for being a survivor. The havoc that cancer treatments can wreak on your heart. Many have chemo or radiation, and doctors are always concerned with how those treatments affect your heart. You may recall tests like EKGs and other tests that were done. Most companies, when they find out you've had cancer, they back off a bit and don't want to cover you. Like I mentioned, Family Heritage is very compassionate and has made you potentially eligible for some very important coverage to help with potential aftermath of cancer. And guys, you go right into the cardiac care demo, which, if you don't know, that would be, hey, the American Heart Association says heart attacks, heart disease, and strokes cause 1 out of 3 deaths in the U.S. In fact, the most common cause of death among men and women. Every 40 seconds, someone will suffer a heart attack or stroke in the U.S. So guys, to flip back here again, the whole importance of pivoting and the definition really is to turn or rotate, and can be used in sales. When I first started residentially, that's how Kyle trained me. My first day was residential, and he taught me how to pivot. Hey, while I have you, if you don't mind me asking, who stays in the yellow house? Are they home before or after 5? How about the gray house? Hey, I just want to be polite when I approach them. Are they home before or after 5? So just being able to pivot while you're with a single person, guys, you can really pull and make the most of every single exchange. From your very first approach today to your very last approach, you can triple, quadruple the results, because you're not just, getting shut down. Walk up, hey, no, thank you. Well, see you later. No, stay with them. Hey, no big deal at all. If you don't mind me asking, who do you know that just recently had children, or who do you know that recently been laid off? Reason being, we're expanding. I'm looking for 1 or 2 sharp people in the area to help me out. There's simply just not enough me doing what I do. So guys, you can use this for sales. You can use it for recruiting, but just don't settle for, no, thanks, I'm good. Okay. We have so many options. Hey, cardiac care is out of the question too. I had a heart attack 4 years ago. Well, Mr. Jones, I see you're an avid deer hunter. Let me ask you something. If you, God forbid, fall out of a deer stand, if you were to roll over your ATV or your four-wheeler, you know, if you don't mind me asking, do you have a proper backup plan? Meaning, do you have something that's going to, in exchange, pay you $2,000, $4,000, $8,000 while you're not able to work? Excuse me, my wife's trying to call me. So, guys, that's all I got. I wanted to keep this short, but also, Brian, are you still with us?
I am here, Zach.
Do you have 2 minutes to tell your story about yesterday, or I can share it for you?
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, just a prime example, guys, of pivoting. You know, I think a common mistake that a lot of rookie agents make, or just a lot of agents in general, you know, they get weirded out when you approach someone and find out that that person you're talking to has already had cancer, right? So like if you approach someone and like the last thing you want to do is make it weird. You know, if they tell you, yeah, actually, I'm a cancer survivor. You know, I had it a couple of years ago. Well, we all know that obviously we won't be able to get them covered for cancer, but don't make it weird. You know, you wanna congratulate them, like, oh my gosh, like that's incredible. Like, you know, tell me about that. How long did you go through it? What type of cancer? You know, and just simply pivot once you compliment them from going through it. And you know, I approached a Dollar General manager the other day, and that was exactly what happened. I introduced myself, was like, hey, you know, what we do is help families out if they ever go through any of the bad stuff, cancer, heart disease, accidents. You know, for you, who's the closest person that's ever went through any of this stuff? And she's like, I have, you know, 7 years cancer free. And again, we just congratulated her, complimented her, you know, talked about the details. And I said, wow, well, you know, this is definitely going to make a lot of sense for you, given that you've already kind of been through some of this stuff. You know, just to be very clear, what I'm showing is a program that pays cash directly to you or your family if you ever go through any of this stuff. But Martha, like, just to be very transparent, I wouldn't be able to, like, we can't do anything about the cancer right now. You would have to be 10 years cancer free, but the good news is you would be eligible for like all the other stuff here. So I just took away the cancer and simply just said, so Martha, you know, given that you kind of understand how this stuff works, other than cancer, which one of these concerns you the most? You know, and then she simply was like, oh, accidents, because I'm very accident prone. So you just take it away, guys. Just like when you know, are building up the need, and you say, you know, most people, or the two ways that people try to combat those indirect costs are either using their savings or selling assets. You know, I'm sure you have savings, but would you prefer not to have to use it? Exactly. So other than savings, what do you currently have in place that would help you take care of all these indirect costs? So similar, guys. But that's a prime example of, you know, then we got a demo going through the accident policy with her. So hopefully that helps.
Perfect. Brian, thank you for that. Guys, real quick, any takeaways? Any similar experiences?
Nope.
Cool. So, guys,
I've had a similar experience. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I had the exact same experience as Brian, where a lady, she was about 6 years removed from having cancer, transitioned exactly to the heart as well, but then she also picked up the cancer policy for her husband too. You know, it's definitely on the front of their mind if they've gone through it. And like she said, she had already used about 15 grand of her own savings last time, and she's like, you know what, if I'm going to get my money back, why would I not go ahead and hedge my bets just in case someone else in my family goes through it?
Bingo. Thanks, Patrick. That's awesome.
And guys, and just so you know, like whenever I meet cancer survivors out there or someone that's had a heart condition, I am like salivating whenever I see them, because I know that they're a buyer. So because they've experienced it firsthand, so they already know how crazy expensive it is and just like how it can happen again. So when you see those people, it's all about your mindset, right? If you see them, oh man, they can't get it. That's not true. They can definitely get something from us. And they usually almost always get stuff from me whenever I sit down with them. It's your mindset of when you sit down with them, exactly what Brian said. Hear their story, hear how they beat it, heart condition, crazy accident, cancer, whatever it was, and then pivot. And I promise you, if your mindset is, oh my gosh, like you got to get excited when you see those people because they're buyers, 100%. So great training today, guys.
Perfect. Thank you, Kyle. Guys, we'll wrap up on that. So just remember, pivoting in sales, pivoting in recruiting. There's always an opportunity. Just don't, run in, grab a no, and leave, because there's something we can make out of it every single time. So, guys, thanks for being on today, and enjoy the sunshine finally. Woohoo! Love you guys. We'll talk soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye, y'all.